In the current video tutorial, we will explore the steps to configure the outputs of an XPS 16K or XPS 16KD amplifier for the connection with specific loudspeaker systems using Rdnet. The configuration is a simple process based on recalling loudspeaker presets. Presets are included into speaker libraries, therefore it's necessary to create and load the proper preset library onto the amplifier as shown in the dedicated tutorials before configuring the outputs. If a loudspeaker preset is not included in the library, it will not be available. From the Tools menu of Rdnet 5, open the Controllers window. Here there is the list of XPS 16K and XPS 16KD connected to the PC. Import amplifiers into Rdnet workspace by pressing and keeping the left button of your mouse. The selected amplifiers will be surrounded by an orange frame. Now, keeping the left mouse pressed, drag and drop the amplifiers in the workspace. A black window showing the Rdnet task will appear. Please wait to load all the data. At the end, the window will automatically disappear. If a red arrow appears on the XPS 16KD icon, indicates the devices that need to be updated. Please follow the dedicated tutorial for updating the firmware. Before configuring the outputs, create and load the proper preset library onto the amplifier, as shown in the dedicated tutorials. From the Tools menu of Rdnet 5, open the Add Objects window. Locate the speaker to configure the outputs for, scrolling the window or using the top filter section. Once located, for example, a C45 point source, drag and drop the icon into the workspace. The device settings window allows to add more than one speakers and to arrange them in the workspace with a bottom or top deployment strategy. Adding more than one speaker by means of the device settings window is only applicable in case of devices connected to different power outputs of the amplifier. In case of speakers wired in parallel on the same output, drag and drop one single device and use the bottom plus symbol. When reaching the maximum number of devices that can be wired on the same power output, Rdnet won't allow additional pieces. The XPS amplifier icon shows 4 plus symbol that represent the 4 power outputs A, B, C, D. XPS 16K configure outputs in order from A to D. To configure the output and load relevant preset, position the mouse on the speaker top plus symbol. Keep the left button pressed and release on the A output. A black window showing the Rdnet task will appear. At the end, the correct preset will be loaded. A double tap on the speaker icon will open its properties, allowing for optimization and properties editing. To configure additional outputs, proceed the same way for an additional C45 main point source and 2 double 19 subwoofers. When the mouse is positioned on a power output and the left button is pressed, Rdnet will show for which speaker the output is configured. The 4 colors and device labels also give a clue. To reset the output configuration, select a speaker, delete pressing cants on the keyboard, and confirm. In case of a bi-amplified system, for example, the HL2290 horn-loaded system, 2 power outputs will be required for the speaker system, 1 for LF, 1 for HF. Therefore, Rdnet will configure 2 outputs accordingly. Biamped systems must be configured on A plus B and C plus D outputs. B plus C scenario is not allowed. Up to 6 HL2290 speakers can be connected to an XPS 16K or 16KD amplifier. In the case of a quad-amplified system, for example, GTX12 line array module, all 4 power outputs will be required for the speaker system, 1 for LF, 1 for HF. Therefore, Rdnet will configure 4 outputs accordingly. Up to 3 GTX12 speakers can be connected to an XPS 16K or 16KD amplifier. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next tutorial.